Aaron Judge's gamble on himself looks like it's going to pay off in a big way. Less than 4 months after turning down a contract extension from the New York Yankees worth more than $213 million, the four-time All-Star is poised to secure an even bigger bag in free agency thanks to the historic season he's having. As the final third of the 2022 campaign looms, Judge is not only positioned to take home his first AL MVP award, but the beloved superstar is on pace to break the most hallowed single-season record in Yankees history. In any event, though, come this winter, Judge is going to be vindicated for his decision to pass on New York's offer. I'll explain why. Sit back, relax, and take this in. Let's get one thing straight off the top. The Yankees' 7-year offer to Judge wasn't a bad one. At $213.5 million over 7 years, plus a $17 million salary for 2022, Judge would have effectively landed an 8-year deal worth just over $230 million, which would have been the 18th biggest contract in MLB history. With an annual average value of roughly $29 million, Judge also would have been the 15th highest paid active player in the majors on a per-year basis, and the 3rd highest paid outfielder, behind only Mike Trout and Mookie Betts. That ain't bad. After all, Judge hasn't exactly been the most durable player throughout his 7-year career with the Yankees. Between various wrist, rib, oblique, and calf injuries, Judge appeared in less than 2/3 of New York's regular season games from 2018 through 2020. Last year, in fact, marked the first time that Judge qualified for the batting title since he took home the AL Rookie of the Year award and finished second in MVP voting in 2017. Furthermore, on top of the extensive injury history and durability concerns, Judge is also older than you might think. Trout and Betts and Giancarlo Stanton and Bryce Harper, hell, every active player currently playing out a contract worth $250 million or more was still in their 20s when they signed those deals. Judge, on the other hand, will turn 31 next April. He's no kid, and so he ultimately has fewer prime years and more decline years on offer than the dudes who landed those other mega deals. So, as talented as he is, $213.5 million wasn't a lowball offer given his age and injury profile. It was reasonable, but it just wasn't enough to get Judge to put pen to paper. Instead, Judge bet on himself and ultimately put himself in position to command more years and more money in free agency. Not only has Judge managed to stay on the field all season long and avoid the injury list for a second straight year, but he's been on an entirely different level at the plate. And that's really saying something for a guy whose career OPS and weighted runs created plus rank in the top 20 all time among hitters with at least 2,500 plate appearances. As we head into the dog days of summer, Judge leads the majors in home runs and total bases and trails only Yordan Alvarez and Paul Goldschmidt for the MLB lead in OPS and WRC+. That feels like an undersell though. As of this writing, Judge has 38 homers in 96 games, 7 more round trippers than the major's next most prolific slugger. Last year, in 148 games, Judge hit 39 dingers. He's currently 1 shy of that total, and it's July. And that's with baseballs leaving the yard across all of Major League Baseball at their lowest rate since 2015. Currently, Judge is on pace to smash 62 homers in 2022, which would not only give him the highest single-season total since Barry Bonds set the record in 2001, but would also make Judge the Yankees' new single-season home run king, dethroning the great Roger Maris. No matter how you slice it, Judge is bruising baseballs at a level we've never seen from him before. His expected slugging percentage, based on his average exit velocities and launch angles, sits at a career-best 685. And, according to Baseball Savant, he's in the 100th percentile in the majors in a dizzying number of batted ball metrics. And he's been so mesmerizing at the plate that it's been easy to overlook the strides he's made defensively too. After spending most of his career in right field, Judge has played the bulk of his innings in center field this season, and the 6'7", 280-pound slugger has actually acquitted himself extremely well. Notwithstanding his average sprint speed and jumps in the outfield, Judge has actually been a plus defender in center this season by defensive runs saved and StatCast outs above average. According to StatCast, Judge has been as valuable in center this season as Kevin Kiermaier, who's got 3 gold gloves and a platinum glove on his mantle. All told, between his monster year at the plate and his suddenly plus defense at a premium position, Judge has already racked up more wins above replacement than he did in 2021. And he leads the majors in that department by a not insignificant margin. And barring a collapse down the stretch, the only thing or person who could stop Judge from taking home AL MVP is the incomparable Shohei Ohtani, whose brilliance transcends description. Whether he lands the hardware or not though, Judge will get rewarded financially for having faith in himself. According to Bob Nightingale of USA Today, Judge was hoping to get upwards of $300 million when he rejected the Yankees' offer this spring. And while that target may still be a bit rich given his age and injury history, Judge nevertheless now stands to command an AAV that rivals those of the game's top position players, somewhere in the ballpark of $35 million, and should get at least 7 years. So what's the bottom line? Maybe 7 years, $252 million? 8 years, $270 million? We'll see. Regardless though, Judge is about to land one of the biggest contracts in MLB history, a deal that dwarfs the Yankees' offer from a few months back. And he totally earned it.